We're back with another custom board video, and today it's really cold outside. So instead of going out there and trying to do all this and having the paint just not work, we're gonna do everything inside with my new airbrush kit. And I've never done it before, so hopefully it works. We're gonna try to paint the entire deck blue, or at least majority of the deck blue, and then we're gonna do a custom Naruto theme for a commission that I'm doing. Before we get started with everything, I'm gonna show you my process on how I'm creating the stencils, because that's gonna be a little bit easier and more time efficient if I do stencils versus doing all this by hand. I've got my Cricut machine connected to my laptop, and I've got one of 3 layers made right now. This one will be orange, I believe. And then over here on the computer itself, I have the different stencils that I'm going to be using. So if you've never made a stencil before, don't know how, and you have a Cricut, just download an image off of Google, Photoshop it to make it work with what you're trying to do, upload it to here, and then you can have a little stencil. So that was layer 1, layer 2, and layer 3. Hello, doggos. Ignore the paint on my hands. I was trying to do something else earlier. It didn't work. So got everything hooked up. I've never done this before, so I have no clue how this is going to work. But it's got pressure. It's at like 25 PSI. Is that good? I don't know. We're going to try it. It's doing a little bit. I think it's working. I don't know if this is correct, but we're just gonna act like it. I hope it dries even, because I'm definitely not getting this perfect. I think that'll work. I really have no clue. It's still drying, so I'll let it continue to dry, hopefully even itself out, because I mean if you get to the side you see where it's not all one solid color, but I also kind of like that, which that's perfectly fine for me. I'm just gonna let it again dry, and then we can go back on top of it with our stencils. I have no clue at all what I'm doing. I don't have a regular orange, but I have fluorescent orange. I could mix red and yellow and make it, but I do want to give this a try and see. So one thing I'm liking about the airbrush is it's giving it not a 100% dark look like this, but it does this like transparent faded look. That could be just me using it wrong, but I do like it because it gives it a chakra look where instead of being too flat and basic. So this whole piece might just be done with airbrush. I don't really know, but let's go ahead and peel this off and then lay Naruto and then the red that should go over on top of this. I don't know what I'm doing. Now that I have the main basic details done, I'm gonna go and do the fine details and then come back again with the red for the chakra and see if I can figure out how to make everything flow as one piece. So far it's not looking bad. I mean, technically it's only 3 colors, but I think it's gonna work. So this is gonna be majority orange, which is why I was like, that's fine. And I've got the basic outline done, which is good. So all I have left to do now is, again, fine details. So that's what I'm gonna try to do now. messed up his face, so I'm gonna go ahead and redo it. Overall though, it looks really good. Airbrush is really difficult, so I don't exactly know what I'm doing, but it worked out in my opinion. This is the exact effect that I wanted to get, and it still has a transparent look to it. So I think that worked really well. I'm just not 100% confident on doing the airbrush stuff, but overall, again, I think it looks really, really good. So after I finish the face, I've got to go back over with a little bit of blue and fix some of the stuff that I messed up down here and messed up over here, because all you see is that hard orange line. So once I fix that, I'll put my logo probably down here. I was going to put it up here, but I think that's too close to the nose, so I'll probably put it, actually, yeah, probably about here or here, somewhere in that general area. And then clear coat it. Overall though, I'm happy with it. It looks good. I'm just gonna call it on the face and say that looks pretty good. If I get any closer than this, it's gonna look really, really, really terrible. So I'm just gonna stay where I'm at and then put the logo on here, clear coat it, and then I'll be done. And here is the finish. I'm just kidding, that's the Variant Mode Naruto that we did in another video. But here is the one we did finish, and it looks really good. His face is still really derpy. I'm so sorry, it's so bad. That face turned out so much better, but it's alright. The Kurama mode on this, like all of that up there, that is beautiful. Love that. The airbrush worked out perfectly for all of that. And the details here, they're pretty good, but again, just that's what needed to happen. I suck at faces. His hands are kind of derpy too, but we're not going to talk about that. This is the main thing that is terrible, but it could be better. It could be like that. I don't know what happened. The drawing with just the pencil looked great, and then I suck. I don't know. But my logo looks good. The clear coat reacted with the paint a little bit, so it's kind of textured, but it's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was worried about it, and I was kind of upset with myself, but it dried kind of flat, so that worked out. It's hard to see with the glare in here, so let's hold it up. It's got that orange vibrant hue with some of the red, and I just think that's perfect. But overall, again, it looks really good, and now I've got two little Naruto decks next to each other. But just like that, that brings us to the end of today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. If you enjoyed the content, leave a thumbs up, comment down below on what you want to see next, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Really helps out. We're trying to make it to 10,000 by the end of the year. I think we're gonna do it. I don't know if we're gonna do it. I would like to. We're about 1,300 subscribers away, so if you could help, I would really much appreciate it. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see y'all on the next one. Stay awesome. Later.